The time I went in, not this last time, today was awesome, but the before, you guys were working on Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Oh yeah.
Sequencing, I loved it. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Just because sequencing, it's...
and the pictures are very similar.
They were.
So you have to really look. We
They
talked about the arrows pointing up. Is the spider
Yes.
going up or is the spider going down?
Yep. And the whole order to see who could do left to right progression and who was still reversing, and not that that's unusual, but so that led me to a question. How, when you're doing an activity like that, how are you assessing? How do you know who's doing what? And how are you keeping that data? I mean, I know you do kind of a formative in your head as you're going around, but have you ever considered,
like checking, making a checklist?
yeah, like having their name
Can
and
sequence.
a skill or something, and not necessarily to benchmark it, but that on this day at this time they could do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for your standards report card, it's those little data points that help you make that final decision.
Yeah. No, I hadn't thought about that. I mean, what I did do is like I checked it, and I stamp it with my little paw or a bulldog if they get it, and then but if they don't, then we pull the glue back, and
that's where what I'm gonna lead to is how can you intervene faster when they're on the wrong road instead of waiting till it's all the way
till the glue is done.
Yes.
Till the gluing is in place.
Yeah. So, what do you think when I say that? Like, other than having your check sheet to know, because you can do that with Final Project, how could you check faster and earlier? What kind of does anything pop into your mind about that?
Just walking around.
Yeah, a little bit more instead of getting stuck in one. I know when I talk kinder, I get drawn into the black hole of every child. You're there, and it's like you can't leave.
Well, they don't want you to go.
They don't want you to go. I mean, like they're gonna be sitting on your leg. But like maybe purposefully moving on a little bit faster at the beginning, and then just seeing, okay, are we on track? Are we on track? And if you do have your data sheet, then maybe even have it is on track at the first check.
Yeah.
On track at the second check, because that'll give you a lot more information about who you need to look at long term more.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that, but you don't know that. You don't have data that says, oh yeah, they really can't. Or it might surprise you, and you might be going back and saying, oh, I thought he was struggling, but he had it first check, second check, third check. So just something to help you kind of remind you to go faster to check so you can intervene before the mistake. Because if we learn it one way, wrong or right, that's the way we learn it. So, and it's so hard in kinder to fix that.
Yes.
Once they have that down. So that's going to be my one thing I want you to try this week is just as you're working in group is trying to move through it faster. To check progress and some kind of tool to measure that.
Yeah, and some kids finish so quickly that I'm checking theirs, and that will take sometimes a little while because then it'll lead into something else. But they're done.
But you won't have to. If you're checking progress before, you'll know whether or not they're on the right track.
Yeah.
So then it can go in a stack to wait for you to, really fine tune look at it, or you'll already have been fixing the problem before it starts.
Okay.
Okay. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds good.
Okay. Awesome. So that's what I'll put for this week in homework. I'm gonna try to go in before the end of the week to see, because coming in on Fridays, that's hard.
Well, Friday is usually like the fun, crafty day.
Yeah, well, that's good, and I love that. But like in other groups,
it's testing.
We're wasting a whole day.
That's another reason why I love. I mean, kindergarten is exhausting.
It is.
I'm so tired.
You are every day.
But the learning is fun.
It is fun.
Like, the learning is so fun.
It really is.
Because we're not wasting our time with this. I mean, it has a place. It has a place. Well, so I'm not saying it doesn't.
But here's where...
But I just love that...
Everybody needs to be assessing like you're assessing. You can't wait.
Yeah.
You can't wait to do a Friday check. Who cares what happens on Friday?
Yeah.
I need to know before so I can fix it then. So that's hopefully what we're going to start
Yeah.
you're working on is fixing it right
As they do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you, it's hard. The first few times, you're gonna be like, oh wait, I gotta go.
I know. Okay.
Oh wait, I gotta go. Move on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
So, do you like how it's working with your class and they talk to each other in your L?
I actually love it. I can be at every desk in about 2 seconds.
That's awesome.
And I had the groupings last year of 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would find is, like, I'd have to walk around
Mm-hmm.
the groupings to get from one side to the other, and I would end up being stuck. It just seemed like I was stuck more.
Right.
Like, I could do a quick check like that,
Mm-hmm.
walking on the inside of the L
Yes.
in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, just in really looking at every paper, being
Yeah.
fast about it. But
And you could even do the upside down ones. A
Mhm.
little tougher, but you could.
oh yeah, well that's what I do. Yeah. And so